Back to the basics means back to the rabbi, back to Jesus. Keep it simple. Hear him. Do what he says. Repeat. Hey friends, welcome to the Links to Messiah podcast. My name's Rachel Kushner, and this is where we explore the Jewish roots of our faith and create family traditions that point straight to Jesus. Let's get started. Hi friends. This week, we're continuing our new series, Back to the Basics, rediscovering the roots of our faith. In the first episode, we talked about loving God with everything. Talked about this Shema. Today, we're going to be talking about what it means to follow Jesus as a Jewish rabbi. Because he did not just save us, he also invited us to walk like him. Now listen, be sure you stay till the end because I'm going to be sharing 3 really fun activities that you can do with your family, and I think you're going to love them. But as you listen today, I want you to picture yourself as the disciple maker in your home, the one leading your children closer to Jesus by the way you walk, by the way you talk, and the way that you live out your faith every day. John 1:14 says, "The Word became flesh and made his dwelling among us." That dwelling points back to the tabernacle. God came to live among his people again. The Word is not only the words on the page, the Word is a person, Jesus, Yeshua. Now you know that Jesus was born into a Jewish family. He was raised in the traditions of Israel. He went up for the feasts. He read Torah in the synagogue. Luke 4:16 says that it was his custom to go to the synagogue on Shabbat. That was normal Jewish life. When Jesus said, "Follow me," he wasn't asking for casual listeners. He was inviting devoted followers. In those days, disciples stayed so near and close to their teacher because they wanted to see how he lived, wanted to hear every word, and to learn his heart. To follow Jesus meant to walk in his footsteps and learn his rhythms and to let his life shape their lives. This is so important for our kids. Following Jesus is not believing a list of doctrines. It's learning his ways. It is living the way he lived. He kept the commands of the Father. He honored the feasts. He loved people. He taught truth, and he fulfilled the Torah. Matthew 5:17, Jesus said, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." Discipleship has always been deeply Hebrew in its roots. Let me explain. It's not about simply knowing. It's about doing, right? It's active. It's imitation. To be a disciple meant to live so closely to your teacher that your life began to look like his. When Jesus said, "Follow me," he was calling his followers into this ancient rhythm to learn his ways and walk in his steps and carry his teaching into the next generation. In Hebrew culture, learning wasn't about studying words. It was about living them out. A student or a disciple didn't just sit in the classroom. They followed their teacher's way of life. They observed how their teacher prayed and ate, spoke, forgave, rested, and obeyed God. Their goal was to become like the teacher, not just to know what the teacher knew. That's why Jesus didn't hand out scrolls or set up a classroom. He said, "Follow me." His disciples literally walked where he walked. They learned by watching and doing. For families today, the call is the same. Following Jesus, you know this, it's not just about hearing his words on Sunday. It's about walking them out on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. It's about letting our children see what it looks like to love God, to serve others, to forgive, and to trust. When we live this way, we leave more than memories. We are leaving a legacy, one that points our sons and daughters to the rabbi who still says, "Follow me." Now let's get into some of these family application ideas. I have 3 of them for you today. One is choose one teaching of Jesus for the week. The second is to do a Follow the Rabbi journal. 3 is read a gospel story at dinner. Let me explain each one a little bit more. The first one is choose one teaching of Jesus for the week. So tell your kids, this week our family will do what our rabbi, our teacher Jesus says. So you're going to choose one of Jesus's teaching. Maybe it's love your enemies or forgiving or giving in secret from Matthew 6. Pick one of those and tell your kids, this week our family will do what the rabbi says. Second idea, follow the rabbi journal. So you can give your kids a little notebook and every day have them draw or write out one way that they follow Jesus that day. Even the small things count. So you could go to the dollar store and you could purchase a little tiny notebook. You could even just get some paper and staple it together and create your own little journal. Follow the rabbi journal. Thirdly, read a gospel story at dinner and just simply ask 2 questions. What did Jesus do and how can we copy that? Okay? 3 really simple, fun ideas. Choose one teaching of Jesus for the week. You could create a Follow the Rabbi journal, read a gospel story at dinner and ask those 2 simple questions. What did Jesus do and how can we copy that? Fun, easy to implement ideas. In our Shabbat Club, we teach kids that Jesus is the promised Messiah of Israel. We show them the Jewish setting so the teachings make sense. Shabbat Club is a digital subscription for families, so every Friday at 10 a.m., you will find a fresh weekly packet waiting in your inbox, ready to help you slow down, learn, and really celebrate together as a family. So if you need ready-made lessons with scripture and discussion prompts and weekly devotionals and crafts, hop on in. The link is in the show notes. You can use the coupon code 5OFF. So it's the number 5 and then OFF. So if this is the teaching style that you want for your family, Shabbat Club is really where I put all of it. Don't forget to use the coupon code 5OFF. In closing, back to the basics means back to the rabbi, back to Jesus. Keep it simple. Hear him. Do what he says. Repeat. Back to Jesus. Keep it simple. Hear him. Do what he says. Repeat. Next week, we're going to be talking about rest, the rhythm of Shabbat or Sabbath. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to head over to linkstoMessiah.com, where we have a lot of free resources, seasonal boxes, and an ever-growing digital library. We are here to help your family connect with the Jewish roots of our faith and the Messiah, Jesus.